Good morning everyone, today we're checking out a brand new video from Conniex about what if the Digimon Adventure 02 Champion forms could Armor Digivolve. We all know that Armor Digivolution was based around the Rookie, but what if the Champions could also Digivolve? Let's check it out. Also, can already say from the thumbnail, looks like we're going to get some art from the one, the only Weirdomon.
Digimon, one of my absolute favorite types of Digimon, that it seems is also pretty popular with you, my viewers. Whether
Damn
you're
right,
a fan
I'm
of Digimon
always
Adventure
here.
02 or just because you think the armor concept itself is really neat. And I've been requested a lot over the past couple of years, but specifically this year, to give Armor Digivolution specifically to the champions of Digimon Adventure 02. XVmon, Ankylamon, Akilamon, Angemon, and, well, Gatomon already has an
Wait, hold on.
Adventure 02. XVmon, Ankylamon, Akilamon, and
It sounded like he said the same name twice. Okay, I know that's probably just a mistake on either his part or our part, but either way, we know it's Aquilomon and Aquilomon. Oh my god, those names are very close in names and sounds. Never mind.
Angemon, and,
It's
well,
Digimon.
Gatomon already has an Armor Digivolution. And
Damn you, Bandai!
so on today's
Okay.
video with my wonderfully talented artist Weirdomon, let's do that.
Yeah! Boom, let's go.
What is up, digital companions? My name is Khan EX and welcome back to another video, and whether it's welcome back or not, I would highly ask you to please subscribe. I am on this big mission to prove to the world at large, but specifically Bandai Namco, that Digimon fandom is bigger than ever, and if we can't prove that, who knows what we're gonna get going forward. The Digimon fandom is dying. Subscribe to Khan EX if you're a true Digidestined.
Dude, I've been subscribed. One step
further and support directly custom art videos like this one, you can actually contribute to custom art videos directly in return for shoutouts and other rewards like my Davers, Sovereign, and new tier, the green tier, over on patreon.com/KhanEX. I want to thank my Davers for this video, Jeffrey Gibbons, Hilarion, GW, and Mickey D343, as well as my Sovereign, ZDK14. Whether you're a green tier, a Daver, or a Sovereign,
I'll be honest, I don't know who this ZDK14 is, but that guy has just been showering Khan with money since like the beginning.
Directly paying for custom art on
It's
this channel and making it
$150
possible with less sponsors, so thank you very much. In today's video, yes, we're going to be Armor Digivolving the champions from 02. XVmon, Ankylamon, Akilamon, and Angemon. We're not going to be doing Stingmon just because we've never actually seen Buchimon in Digimon Adventure 02. However, for you Buchimon fans, I've got something coming up for you in October. So what are we looking for here? Well, of course, we still want to preserve the Digi-Egg elements. If you look at Digimon Adventure 02, Armadillomon uses the Digi-Egg of knowledge, and you can see that knowledge encasing his body, but you can also see how the Rookie is underneath, especially in Digimon like Lanedramon and Raydramon. It's very clear the elongated Vmon body is under that Armor Digi-Egg. But now, of course, we're seeing the body of the champions unfolding in those elements to our new Armor Digimon forms that only the champions have. For example, we might see wings in an XVmon armor, more dinosaur elements for an Ankylamon armor, and so on. And I know someone's going to say, actually, Gatomon's already a champion. Yes, of course, I know that.
Knows.
However, if you watch Digimon Adventure 02, you'd already know she lost her tail ring, and as such was practically depowered to the power level of a Rookie. So while yes,
I'll be honest, I don't completely understand that. How does a single gold band somehow increase the power? Wouldn't it technically be the other way around, like it limits the power? I mean, hell, even Shadow the Hedgehog from Sonic has something like that. The golden rings on his wrist limit his power. He can take them off, but of course it's going to be a detriment to his body and mind, and maybe soul.
We have seen one champion Armor Digivolve in 02 already. We didn't see the rest of them, so stop nitpicking. The 30mon is basically on the same power level as all the other armors in the show that Digivolve from rookies anyway, so we can kind of treat Gatomon as the rookie for her season anyway. Also, yes, Digimon like XVmon have become Flamedramon and so on in video games, but we're talking about unique custom art forms for all of them. And with all that preamble done, let's begin with XVmon, who with the Digi-Egg of Courage, Armor Digivolves to War Flamedramon. War Flamedramon, that's the etymology. Does what it says in the tin. Of course, a reference to War Greymon, but really focusing in on the war elements. I also consider calling this like...
This would be like the Ares of the Digimon world. Look at that.
Flame Nightmon, but I didn't want to confuse the hope elements of Nightmon with the flame elements of the Digi-Egg of Courage, so instead we have War Flamedramon. And if you think War Flamedramon is too complicated of a name, may I remind you that we just got Heavy Metal Dramon this year, which has 2 more syllables and is official as hell. And because it shares that war prefix with War Greymon, while I'm not going to really be trying to fit these into evolution lines because they are armor Digimon, they exist kind of outside of the level paradigm, this could definitely be a Wargreymon Prevo. Some details I adore from Weirdamon here are of course the wings of XVmon, that what would have been red armor with Flamedramon still having red elements, so it can still be from the Digi-Egg, but blackened during the Digivolution process. The way I see this is that the red armor of the Digi-Egg would flow over it like magma and then harden, but that fire is still bursting forth from its blade, its shield, its tail, even its feet and its shoulders, which it shares in common with other non-02 armor Digivolutions like Lynxmon that have this more fiery aura all over the body. I think this is such a great armor Digivolution to XVmon and still feels like Flamedramon. A close cousin to Flamedramon, this previously thought impossible armor Digivolution for XVmon springs forth into battle. Wielding the Soul Shield and the Bravery Blade, War Flamedramon is a high-level, passionate tactician that can also explode into a burning rage at any time.
Like
and
War
Flamedramon's signature move is the Clashing Rocket. Moving over to the Digi-Egg of Friendship for XVmon, making something that feels like a bigger version of Raydramon while also still incorporating the elements of like thunder, electricity, feeling more quadrupedal, as the Digi-Egg of Friendship is one of the Digi-Eggs that results in a more rideable form, but also doing something unique with it. Seemed like a struggle, but I think Weirdamon really delivered with Brontomon. Getting its name, of course, from the Brontosaur, but Bronto also means thunder. Weirdamon took inspiration from more old-school media presentations of the Brontosaurus, like Land Before Time, etc., because Digimon tends to base a lot of stuff on media and pop culture, and less so strictly accurate paleontology and science. But while this is Brontomon for that double meaning, it definitely looks more like an Amargasaurus, which Weirdamon wanted me to clarify because we don't want to upset you again, Dino fans. My interpretation here is that the wings of XVmon have folded around its body, but also protruded outwards with the Digi-Egg's power to become all these spikes and spines along the back. It still would be technically rideable by Davis. I feel like the electric lightning current would not directly harm Davis. And I like how this does feel like a stage up from Raydramon.
Probably more like a deterrent for anyone not allowed by the Digimon itself.
And indeed an armor Digivolution for XVmon. In Japan, Kyoryu was kind of the term used for dragons and dinosaurs. So with XVmon being much more draconic, I think it makes a ton of sense that its friendship armor Digivolution would be something more either draconic or dinosaur-like. And this also kind of legitimizes a bit of an oddball friendship armor Digivolution in Stegomon. Now Stegomon has a much more Digi-Egg reminiscent cousin. Brontomon is infinitely faster than its bulky form would let you believe. A great carrier Digimon, but also one capable of running at max speeds across the digital world. Beware of Brontomon's Raiji Roar. Alright, now it's time for Ankylomon. Obviously a dinosaur instead of the regular animal that Armadillomon is, and I think that gave us a...
Okay, now this one I can see he's gonna have a whole lot of trouble with, but I cannot wait to actually see that.
A lot of opportunities to do something different with its armor Digivolutions. Looking at the Digi-Egg of Knowledge, obviously it has like an earth and excavation theme in Digimon Adventure 02, but it is still tying into insects and the themes of Tentomon and its evolution line, and so we wanted to somehow combine the dinosaur and the insect themes. And that's what led Weirdamon to creating Demolymon. Obviously, first of all, it gets its name from demolish because it has so many more spikes and drills. It's basically able to completely flatten a tower, make new housing or whatever would need to be done. And also, of course, it would be a good combatant. It's like a one-man wrecking crew. But as well as demolish, Demolymon's name, or Demolymon you could say, would also come from the roly-poly, or the pillbug, woodlouse, and it's even known as the carpenter. A cute little insect that rolls up into a ball similar to an armadillo, which is a great connect back and a good way to incorporate the insect side of the Digi-Egg of Knowledge with Digmon's construction and digging theme. I love that this actually is more of a quadruped, unlike the bipedal-ish Digmon, but that makes it so much more effective, and its inspiration being the roly-poly, and of course being an armor Digivolution specifically for Ankylomon, which is again another quadruped, just works so great in my opinion. The little insect mouth, but also kind of looking like it could be a dust mask for construction. The drills on its shoulders as well as its claws, meaning it'll be able to burrow its way into basically anywhere, and that big wrecking crew tail is just fantastic. Demolymon is often seen on construction sites with Digimon like Junkmon, and indeed Digmon, working all day and night tirelessly to renovate and reconstruct areas of the digital world. Demolymon also does not like to be disturbed when it is sleeping, and if it is awoken...
I could see this thing kind of hanging around like the outskirts of the machine kind of city. Well, you would like find a machine Dramon. Like the city is expanding from the center, and of course all the buildings would need to be demolished so they don't encroach on other areas. That's where you get this guy.
by anyone,
Oh, that's why you
especially
can
an
find
antagonistic Digimon, it will not hold back with its roly-poly domination. And what of Armadillomon's other armored Digi-Egg, the Digi-Egg of Reliability? Well, again, keeping the dinosaur theme and folding in the elements of aquatic and oceanic vibes of the Crest of Reliability, as well as the vehicle theme of Submarimon and some other reliability armored Digimon, led Weirdomon to creating Mosamon. Very straightforward name here, it's based on the Mosasaur and other ancient aquatic creatures like the Deinosuchus, but still preserves a vehicle theme. It has this big anchor on its tail as well as these blades on its fins, which yes, would be good for combat, but also for slicing through oceans and indeed ice. And you can see up front here that the metallic front of its head also is reminiscent of a ship, and indeed this part here would be where the Digidestined, in this instance I guess Cody, would sit. It's dinosaur-like, getting elements from Ankylomon, it still preserves the Digi-Egg of Reliability, and still has the crest on these little shooters here on the side. What a brilliant job Weirdomon did here, I love this. Mosamon is the vehicle Digimon, slicing fast through the oceans and ice of the digital world. It takes great pleasure in racing other aquatic Digimon, but is said to be a little bit of a sore loser. Its signature move is the Twin Vulcan Blaster. Okay, Ankylomon. Ankylomon proved a little bit more difficult, because really it's just a bigger bird. While it does have these horns, perhaps inspired by other mythology, the traits we're going to look at are basically just to fold in, I think, deliberately more bird elements. While Halsamon, the love armor, is very bird-like, Shurimon loses a lot of bird elements. But beginning with that Digi-Egg of Love, I liked Weirdomon's idea to
trades bird for ninja.
take Halsamon and go one step further with it, with Ankylomon love armor. And that, I think, is why the appropriate name for this Digimon would be Jet Halsamon. Much like how we have Jet Mervamon, Jet Sylphimon, and indeed Shoutmon plus Jet Sparrow, Jet Halsamon feels very appropriate. The Digi-Egg now encompassing the much bigger body of Ankylomon in much more steely armor. You can still see Ankylomon under there, however, and of course it has wings to help it glide and go in the direction it wants to go, but also it has these jet propulsors, letting it fly much faster than any other Digimon, and indeed Halsamon itself. It doesn't have much of an Egyptian theming, but that's because neither does Halsamon really when you look at it, outside of the obvious reference to Horus. Jet Halsamon is one of the fastest flyers in the digital world. A guardian of love who seeks only to put more love into the world and defend love from those that would cause hatred. It can often be heard screeching as it sears towards you if you are looking to cause pain and misery to those that only want to love. And it will pick those who oppose it up with its talons and drop them at supersonic speeds with its love bomber attack. And as I touched on, Shurimon did not have a bunch of bird elements, so when we have Ankylomon use the Digi-Egg of Sincerity, we wanted to preserve that ninja or traditional Japanese aesthetic, but make it much more bird-like when the champion armor digivolves. And that gave birth to Kujakumon. Kujaku is the Japanese name for a peacock. I chose that specifically because of course Shurimon gets its name from the shuriken, another Japanese word, but also because, yeah, we already have an armored Digimon called Peacockmon. This would make Kujakumon stand out and be a little bit different.
Dude, I just realized, look at the tail! That is nothing but ninja stars! Holy shit!
While still preserving that technical Japanese naming convention that Shurimon has, and indeed that does extend to some other Sincerity armored Digivolutions like Kabukimon. I am so impressed with how Weirdomon's done this. I like that you can still see the Ankylomon horns up here. There's some Ankylomon body there, then like taken over a little bit more with the armored Digi-Egg, the leaves have kind of become one with the feet, and of course this big selling feature is all these shurikens acting as the peacock feathers. Absolutely insane, and I like the fact that this wing is turned up in such a way that you can see that it has more blades ready to throw. So cool. Kujakumon is a stealthy ninja, but also politically wise. It does more with its words in the digital world's hierarchy than it tends to do with its physical attributes. So make no mistake, Kujakumon can absolutely throw itself into a battle. Whether from the shadows or in the midst of war, Kujakumon will take its foes down with its 1000-point shuriken. And what of Angemon? Well, Angemon is a very big departure from its pre-evolution in comparison to XVmon, Ankylomon, and Ankylomon, going from this little guinea pig fella to a big angel. So Weirdomon and I wanted to respect that more humanoid element and combine it with the Greek myth side of Pegasusmon, which is when it became very obvious that Angemon should hope armor Digivolve to Chironmon, getting its name from Chiron, still of Greek mythology, just
i.e. the a trainer of Hercules.
like the Pegasus, a centaur that was a great healer, astrologer, and respected oracle. Chiron was said to be the first among centaurs and highly revered as a teacher and tutor, meaning that yes, he's a very high-ranking centaur, much like Angemon's evolutions become high-ranking angels, and it's literally from Greek mythology, just like Pegasus. I think this is perfect. And while there is no Chiron constellation like there are Pegasus and indeed Sagittarius constellations, there is a Centaurus constellation, which actually is supposed to be, according to Michigan State University, the wise and benevolent centaur Chiron, while Sagittarius is a more aggressive and warlike archer centaur, which would explain why Sagittariusmon would be this more fiery archer centaur, whereas our Chironmon, our Angemon, Hope Armor Digivolution, would be more serene and wise, like his angelic nature would dictate. Chironmon is one of the kindest Digimon in the digital world. Serene and angelic, but also a benevolent leader. In a battle situation, Chironmon will refuse to lose even one comrade, and achieves its goals for peace in the digital world with its Centaurus counter. Alright, so you're watching the video, you're thinking, so I've got a little bit of time left, and Khan touched on Gatomon in the beginning. Well, Weirdomon and I decided to do just something a little bit fun. This video is all about champions, but of course Gatomon was a champion that Armor Digivolved, so we thought, what if Salamon did Armor Digivolve, addressing a balance that many people have wanted for years.
You know what?
But then, how would that work exactly? If Gatomon's Armor Digivolution, Nefertimon, is a similar size and scale to Pegasusmon, which is Patamon, a rookie's Armor Digivolution, would that mean that Salamon, being so much smaller and weaker, would produce like a more diminutive Armor Digivolution? And we decided, yes. And so Salamon, with the Digi-Egg of Light, would Armor Digivolve to Jackalmon. I'm sorry, but Armor Digivolutions being little guys is so cute to me. This is still folding in the elements of the Digi-Egg of Light. It's got these angelic wings, elements of the Digi-Egg on its paws, and of course, instead of having the Nefertiti style mask, the Sphinx style mask, it instead has a little jackal mask, which I think is super cute. I can just imagine this little guy still being like a little bit bigger, like on par with a rookie size or slightly below a champion, just hanging out with all the other champion Armor Digivolutions, or indeed the rookie Armor Digivolutions, whatever makes sense. I think this just would have been so cute to see a more dog-like, jackal-like Armor Digivolution, when of course Gatomon and Nefertimon lean much more cat-like. Jackalmon is a Digimon that helps shepherd others to the afterlife, a being of pure light. Associated with Nefertimon and Anubismon, Jackalmon is the good side of death. It is known to have a calming presence on all who would come near it, Digimon and human alike, allowing them to make peace with all that disturbs them. Though when pressed, it can use its heavenly rays as an offensive move called the Light of the Nile. And that is it. Our Armor Digivolutions for champions and one rookie from...
Alright, now I'll go ahead and give my top 3 out of all of these, and I'll try to not be biased. As first place is actually going to go to Mozamon. Second place will go to War Flamedramon. And third place, I guess, out of all of these, I'll give it to... crap, what did you say the name was? Kuwakamon? Kujakamon, that was it. And those are my top 3 favorites.
From Digimon Adventure 02. War Flamedramon, Brontomon, Demolymon, Mosamon, Jethalsamon, Kajakumon, Chironmon, and Jackalmon. Let me know your favorites in the comments down below. These have all come out absolutely wonderful. I think Weirdomon did a fantastic job here. Make sure you go follow Weirdomon over on Twitter or wherever else artists are these days. And thank you once again to my green tier, Davers, and Sovereign over on patreon.com/KhanEX. If you liked what you saw in this video and want to help make more videos like it in future, more custom art videos, you can do that. Please do that. Go check out one of the tiers over there on Patreon.
Alright everyone, that's going to be the end of today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all of you all next time when we flick back on. Till then, this is Fox, signing out. Peace.